Hello. Hello. Who's there? Oh wow, these maps, bro. It's insane. I asked the AI to create a map for the D&D session, because yesterday we didn't have the D&D session. We didn't because some people were not available. Wow, look at this. Sorry, I'm going live in a second. Is everything ready? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I'm trying to do too many things, my boys. Too many things. Anyway. Hello. Hello, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift, the game that was never finished. Yeah, trying to do a bit too many things. So yesterday, I worked a lot on the card game because actually, some of my friends were not available for the D&D session, and so we are playing tonight. But I didn't prepare the plot, you know, and the adventure and everything yet. So I did it a bit now. I have an idea in mind, and I know a bit what I want them to do, but I still need to work on it. You play Dungeons and Dragons? Yes. Since when I was young, yeah. And with this group, I played with different groups, right, during my life. But I played with these people, I would say probably 25 years. Maybe more, maybe actually more. No, 25 years, I would say, roughly. Maybe 28. And I mean, on and off. I mean, not always, not every Friday, but I mean, maybe there were some years where we played less, right? But we played different games with them. Sometimes we played like Vampires the Masquerade. We played obviously Dungeons and Dragons. We played Cyberpunk quite a bit. Yeah, with different groups. I played Shadowrun and the Middle-earth role-playing game. Yeah, different stuff, yeah. But yeah, I'm at the moment, since quite some time, I'm the game master on this campaign, and it's a Dragonlance campaign. It's Dragonlance around 380 after the Cataclysm. So it's very close to the second Cataclysm, by the way. And yeah, they have a play into that. The players have a play into the second Cataclysm. I mean, they don't know yet, but they will, which is like 2 or 3 years from 2 years, let's say, in-game time from now. But yeah, I needed a house, right? I needed a house of a cleric, and I asked ChatGPT to produce the map, and this is what it did. It's insane. I mean, it's the quality oops, spoiler. The quality of the generated images by AI is improving every day. I mean, I never seen something like this. And I generated many maps in the past months, right? I never seen something so detailed. I mean, there are still some mistakes, if you can see, right? Like the doors are a bit fucked up, right? So this door is not really matching exactly. So I will have to somehow manually fix it. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, it's still fucked up. I mean, it's a bit less fucked up, but it's still fucked up. Yeah. But it's insane, right? So that the quality that AI reached in creative work is insane. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's really insane and amazing, completely amazing. Yeah, these doors are all fucked up, by the way. I can ask it to fix the doors. Maybe it will do it. Maybe I can ask. The doors are wrong. They go sideways and sideways. Just make them like seen from the top. Rectangle like. Yeah, but the quality, I mean, it's like, you like Vampire the Masquerade? Yeah. I also played live roleplay Vampire. I mean, not biting people, but yeah, but this is fantastic. Exactly what I needed. I needed I did an area of study. I needed an area where there is the main desk. I needed the temple, so I described that I wanted to have a bit of a temple area, and then I wanted to have the kitchen, the living room, and the bedroom and a bathroom, right? So yeah, let me see if he fixed the doors. No, I'm still thinking. If he cannot fix the door, it's fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But anyway, yeah, I still have to think a bit about it. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. He fixed all the doors to just look like, yeah, top-down doors. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let me see if he destroyed the quality or not. Because one thing that was happening, you know, until some time ago, is that, yeah, in the second pass, yeah, you can see it, right? In the second pass, the quality goes down, right? And because it is somehow regenerating the wall image starting from the previous image, and so is messing up, right, with the quality. So what we can do in those cases, right, is to, oh, by the way, also remove the door here. No, fuck. Oh no, I removed 2 doors. Oh no. That's a disaster, but we can fix it. We can do this, wait. We can do this. We can delete, right? We can delete here. No, I'm doing stupid stuff. We can delete. Oh. Yeah, exactly. We can delete like this, right? So that the bottom is winning. But here we have this problem. Fuck it. He closed all of them. He closed all the doors. Can't believe it, bro. The only one that he did correctly is this one and the one at the top. All the other doors he fucked up, but we can fix it manually because I can basically copy this there, right? So where there is this, I can copy it there. Yeah, I need to finish this map, otherwise I will arrive too late to the party tonight. No, I mean, I will... I still need to think a bit of the story and stuff, so I need some time, some quality time. I need some quality time before dinner. This one I did right. Yeah, this one I did correctly. So I did this one correctly, but he fucked up. And this one I can leave as it is. I just need to... let me change the music. Hello, Hulam. And yeah, I think we can merge down. And we can then copy over, right? We can copy over this thing here, so it becomes a door. Oops. And by the way, my friends moved in different places in the world, by the way, so they are not they are not in my city anymore. Some are in middle of Italy, in Tuscany, other are in UK, other are in Switzerland. But we play anyway, so we play online, so we share the webcam, you know, and we play anyway. And sometimes when they come back, because they come back maybe to visit their parents sometimes, you know, when they come back we see each other live for Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. It happens like 3 times a year, and for the rest is unfortunately online. But online is better than nothing. I mean, we can see each other anyway. Okay, I think this map is pretty good. I will have to think a bit about it, because as I said, I don't have all the answers in my brain at the moment, but I will end the stream a bit earlier, and we will and I will work on it. And we will save it. We will save it here. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Just wanted to start the stream, and I think they will arrive from here. It will be night, so they will have no idea where they are. They will appear actually in the entrance. They will appear here. It will be night. There will be some light on, but they would not understand exactly where they are, right? And I think the guy that they will meet is here in the temple, or is even sleeping. He could even be sleeping. I don't know. Nah, but I don't think he should be sleeping. I think he will be probably in the temple or in the study. And he's a spirit, by the way, so I need to invent a story of the background story of this house, but maybe I will think while I'm doing the plane shift stuff. Yeah, but this morning I worked more on the card game. I'm basically transforming it into a multiplayer, which is not super easy, because I did it single player just to you know, prototype. But I'm doing it. Slowly doing it, my boys. Slowly doing it. I'm in the northwest, close to France. Close to France and Switzerland, let's say, but France is kind of closer somehow, just because it's more reachable. Mountains everywhere, but Okay, so what I would like to do, is to go back to what the hell we were doing. Ah, yes, we were doing this. So we were trying to outline, you know, the quest story behind the War Smiters, right? At this point is very long due, but yeah, that's the speed that I have, unfortunately, working like a few hours a day on this thing. Hello, making real things. How are you? Are you making real stuff or not? Or is just left in the name at this point? Or are you still developing stuff? Okay, so the quest is the third one in the quest chain for the War Smiters, and these are the main points. So Bural finally agreed to speak more about the tournament. You helped her with the thief situation and other matters. You reveal that the tournament is organized by Bangrom. She's surprised and asks you if she's doing it on behalf of the War Smiters. You answer that he wants to create his own fighter academy. She laughs, but confirms Bangrom is a weird character and just ignore that. She explains she's part of the War Smiters if you're interested in the guild. If you answer no, then GG, the quest doesn't continue. If you are interested in the guild, she explained a bit of the history of the War Smiters. And I don't know exactly what she should explain, but I think she should explain probably... She should explain... she should explain... what she should explain? Well, I think she should explain... I don't think she was... Yeah, I think she will start to explain about the plug, right? And we want the book that we changed, right? So she's explaining about the history of the War Smiters, in particular that their guild managed contributed greatly to the how do you say, to the do you extinguish a plug, do you remove a plug, do you heal a plug, what do you do with a plug? Doing my PC Tycoon store game. PC Tycoon store. Is it super secret, or do you have a demo or something, or some screenshot or anything? Or you started still at the beginning? I don't know. In particular, the guild contributed greatly to the removal of the Ojaveda plug, right? She asks you to go read a book about a plug that can be found. I don't know if she will give you exactly the pointer of where the book is, even if it's the most reasonable location, right? So is in the tavern, also is very close to where she is, so. So the book is here. One day I will redo this wall tavern, okay? Just a matter of when, it's not a matter of if. So these are the books, and in particular the book that we are searching for is this one, which has already been updated. So we already updated the dates, and we already updated the content, right? And so we will add a trigger on this book that actually sets a variable on the player character that is then used by the quest dialogues to understand that you actually read the book, right? So we can have this sort of quest variable triggered by items, and we will use that. I think she may be vague by purpose, right? She may say Brado may have a copy, or she may say people in the tavern may. I don't know how much I want to give the. I mean, if I want to make it a small quest or not, but she has to read a book about a plague called what? The Enkidukai Plague Volume 1. The Enkidukai Plague Volume... I cannot press a V. Volume 1, right? You may ask where to find it. You may ask where to find it, but she... Is there a one in Jayos as well? Because I don't know if at that point you just go back to Jayos and then you realize that it's just in the tavern upstairs, right? But she answers she's not a very literate person. Then why she suggests you the book if she's not a literate person? I don't know. Seen copies around, but doesn't know the exact location, right? She doesn't recall where she saw it, basically. So you go, you read the book. So here the player finds the book in Brado's Tavern, right? Reads the book and goes back to Burral, right? Okay, so now, so what you are reading pretty much, right? And I think that here the player may have some questions, right? Because there are a lot of hooks, right? There are a lot of hooks into this book. So I think it would make sense that she's able, right? She's capable of answering some of those questions. Let me think of what question she may answer to. I mean, the player may ask about through that, right? The player may ask about through that and ask what is it. And she may, yeah. I think it would be probably the main question, so let's do that. The player may optionally ask for the through that and what it means, right? She will answer that. I don't know if she will answer herself or if she will send you to someone else to learn more about it, right? But I think that the basics of that she may know. Do we have an NPC that we can use? Do we have an NPC that we may use that is a dark way? You see, now the faction work that we did is finally useful. Fantastic. By the way, it's not Dark Way Circle, it's Dark Order. Right? I think the name of the faction is Dark Order. I don't know if I really like it. Maybe Dark Circle was also cool, but did we fuck up also all the other ones? Yeah, we fucked up all the other ones. Okay, GG. But so before the faction ID was empty then? How is it possible that this is pointing? Huh? Don't understand. Ah, because it's selecting the closest one. No! What do you mean? No, I want an exact lookup. Lookup. Search range. No, it needs to be... No, that is not good. It needs to be an exact search, right? You send me on Discord some screenshots. Nice. Ooh. Oh, these trees are very, very red. Oh, nice. There's a city. There's a city with best burger. $10,000 easy. Day one, $10,000. Wow. Sounds like a good game. Can I share it or is personal for me? Sorry, I didn't ask. Can I share it or is super secret? I already flashed it, but can delete the piece of the VOD in case. Sorry, I didn't ask before showing it, but I can. Is it okay to show it or not? Anyway, the one that I showed was just a CT view, so I think it makes no, I mean, it's not really a problem, right? I see the store, yeah, I see the store items. Nice. Yeah, these kind of games are pretty, popular, right? There are so many different simulators and things like that, and I think that a lot of people are buying them actually. I think it's a good genre, right? So what I was thinking is, okay. Let me see if this works. Let me see if this works. Okay. Now it works. Okay, we have to copy this formula everywhere. Everywhere. Where was it? No, I lost it. Never find it again. This. Yeah, but I have to copy this formula everywhere. Like if I do this, what happens? Ah, very nice. Like this. Very nice. Yeah, this formula is definitely better than the one that I had. Okay, nice. So this should be a Azure order. This should be blue order. Wow, there are so few. This should be... You know, because then when we try to import it in the game, it will not work, right? If it doesn't have the right name, it will not work. Okay. Okay, so my question was, before doing this small fix, do we have anyone in Oja? Obviously not. We have no one in Oja. We have no one in Oja. No, it's impossible. Where is Evelyn? Evelyn. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I don't know what I selected then. Huh? Ah, yes, the first one. I don't know why I didn't read it. Evelyn. Do we want to go there now? Meaning asking the player to go to Evelyn right now? I mean, right now during the part of the quest, or do we want to have a permanent? Evelyn, come on. You can do it. Yeah, I think we can redirect to Evelyn, and I think on Evelyn we can have a generic answer. I mean, do our NPC? I don't think so, right? So our NPC do not answer on True Death or the Death Realm, I guess, right? Are they? Is she answering to? Is she answering to? What is the Death Realm? She doesn't. So none of our NPC know what the Death Realm is. Well, at least she should know, I guess. What is Through That? Nah, she doesn't know. I don't think that any of our NPC can answer this. Even if there is... I mean, I can ask who is Dakru, and maybe she knows. She doesn't know Dakru. That's very, very bad. Let me see what she has in his brain. Yeah, she doesn't have gods in her brain, so she cannot answer to that. She does not have gods in her brain. I don't know. Gods basic. I think it should be added to pretty much every sentient NPC. I think that. I don't feel that is a big question, right? Okay, I added it to her brain now. So let me reload the NPC. Boom, now she knows. Now she knows. Who is Dakru? Fuck. I cannot believe. Dakru is not part of the gods. No, he's not part of the gods. No. So the gods are only Lanx and Talad pretty much. Wait a second. I see some mistakes here. I see some significant mistakes. There are two gods. Knowledge areas and we have three different gods knowledge area. One is gods basic. In gods basic is used by 1 million people. In gods basic as Dakru, yes. Then there is a gods Idla and a gods Ojavera. I don't know why those two exist. Oh wow, gods Idla has a lot of stuff. Probably even more than the gods basic. Yeah, this KA is really fucked up. This KA is really fucked up. I have to fix it. Sorry, I'm on the other screen. I'm on the other screen and I'm fixing a bunch of wrong stuff. So they are answering a bit different, right? So if you do God's basic, they just give you a generic description, but if you go for the city specific knowledge area, then they give you a bit more flavor on the current city. So, and I think that probably we should do this. But I need all the triggers. I need all the triggers, my boys. About lengths, about... let me try. Lynx is one of the 4 gods in Iliad whom he created the lemur. Yeah. He's one of the 4 gods. Okay. I mean, excluding the black flame, obviously, but I think that's implied. Okay, so I'm fixing the answer so that she can actually answer. Well, anyone can then answer to all of them. I think it's fairly broken at the moment, unfortunately. I just don't understand the difference. Talat is one of the gods. Talat is one of the gods. But Javera basic. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess here. Because it's been done very, very badly. It's probably picking up. It's probably picking up from general. It's probably picking up from general. Very bad idea, though. Or anyway, general should not be before. Okay, let me try to reload the NPC again. Do you have anyone which has no Javera? Okay. You see that the what and the about is already working, so I don't understand why we did all this double, all this useless double. Yeah, exactly. So if you ask about, what, who is, you know, they are all pointing to the same one. So all these triggers are completely useless. Okay, I'm removing all the stuff that is not really correct. Doing like a cleaning here. Okay. Doing like a spring cleaning here. Okay, so this I fixed, right? This I fixed. So we have lang stalad, and then we have to add Xiosia. We have to add Xiosia, and for this I need to take probably this answer. A religion, so I would say Xios is the god of nature, ever present in all you see. A religion is less I don't know how to say. I want to say that she doesn't have like big temples, you know, and things like that, but she's anyway ever present, so. I don't know, something like that. So I just gave a description that is better of the one that we have at the moment, because the one we have at the moment is very bad. It's very bad. So, and then we have Dakru. Dakru, I don't know, I mean, Dakru is the goddess of that, yes. I'm adding the text. I'm adding the text. Dakru is the goddess of that. I don't think she's evil exactly, at least not for what I've heard. She hasn't made herself known for very long. You know whom I know more, that fellow in the skull mask by the burial well just outside of town. Nah. Absolutely not. Yeah, some of these answers seems that they've been designed for just few NPC and not for a broader NPC, so it's a bit weird actually. Okay, I did the fixes anyway. I did the fixes now. So I can keep Ojavera on her, right? I can keep the knowledge area on her, because now it's fixed. Plus what we can do, we can have a specific answer from her about through that dark way, and but for that I really need the AI, because I would just feed I have an NPC. I have an NPC in game called Evelyn, that's master in my game plane shift, called Evelyn, that's a master wizard in the dark way. The player may ask her about few things connected to dark wave magic, and I would like to get her answers to it. Here is the text connected to some quests related to the dark wave magic, so you may get more info. I think I will just copy paste fully the dark way quest fully. Where are they? Dark way. Here it is. Oh my god, there are like 12 of them. Jeez. Okay, let me paste maybe 4 or 5 because otherwise it's too many. Or 6. Okay, let me do this. Let's take a new file and I will paste in boom. Quest number 1. Boom. Quest number 2. Boom. Quest number 3. Boom. Quest number 4. Boom. Quest number 5. Boom. Quest number 6. I don't know. I hope that in all this text, right, there is some knowledge about. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Okay. The questions the player will ask are what is the dark way? What can you tell me about magic? Who is Dakru? I don't know in this one if there is an answer actually. What is true death, right? And what is the death realm? Okay, let's see if with that information he can do it. If not, we can put in some books. If that information is not enough, right, to generate some meaningful answer, we can put in some yes, we also have this, which is very nice. I add this book about Dakru. Take that, the AI, and give me a good answer right now, because I need it. I need it now. Let me add the description of the Dark Way order, because I think he fucked up on the Dark Way answer. I think he really fucked up. Okay, I think we will We will put all of this. Do you think it will fit? I don't know. Well, let me read it first. I mean, who better than Evelyn can answer this, right? So this is. So the first question will be, who is Darkroom, right? Okay. And in this answer she's saying, Darkroom is the goddess of death, guardian and keeper of the world of the dead. Okay. Of the world of the dead. Of the realm of the dead. Some claim she's a newly risen goddess, others say she's always existed, waiting for mortals to become wise enough or desperate enough to acknowledge her. So she can amuse the scholar and waste the time of practitioner. That gives strength to her realm, through that gives more. There are those who spill blood in her name and call it devotion. Whether Darkroom rewards fate, murder, or merely the passage of soul is a question you should consider carefully before you offering anything to her on your own. Fantastic! This answer is beautiful! I love it! This answer is insane! Okay. What is the dark way? Let me see what he's saying. The dark way is a study of death. No, but wait a second, because I added more stuff here below. Huh? The dark way is an ancient way of magic. Wait. The dark way is an ancient way of magic concerned with death, fear, weakness, illness, and the shadows that gather within the mind. Not bad. Our circle. I like the fact that she says our circle. Our circle has always been willing to reach where other mages refuse to look. It is why some of the greatest innovators in the way of magic comes a dark way practitioner. It's also why our history is marked by disaster, epidemics, and experiments should never have escaped their creators. Yeah, this is basically copied one-to-one what I gave it, but I think it's good. I think it's enough. I will not add all of that. But this one I think is very good. I think I will have to spend, you know, few months just adding answers to NPC. I think they will make the game so much better. So much better. What can you tell me about magic? It is a personal experience that can be shared. Perhaps you can make some t-shirt for NPC with "In Talad we trust." Yes, absolutely. Or Talad wants you, you know? Why not? Magic is not a parlor trick, not a server that answers every demand. It is a negotiation with forces older and less forgiving than you are. Each way teaches a mind. Nah, this one I really don't like. It's really bad. Dakru, we did it already. What is true death? Okay, let me see what she's saying. About through death. Ordinary death is a crossing. The body fails, the spirit passes into the realm of the dead, and under the proper circumstances, a path may still exist. Yeah. Through death is something more final. Don't expect to reduce the need to the definition for a comfort of initiate. The law threats as a grave crime, and the faithful understand that it grants Dark a greater measure of strength than common death. That alone should tell you enough. Holy fuck. These answers, bro. This answer is fantastic. Okay. This answer is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. What is the Death Realm? About Death Realm. I'm creating the triggers right now as we speak, so those will be available at the next server restart. The Death Realm is a domain of the dead, and it would no. I mean, it's not a domain of the dead. Every time a creature dies, the realm grows stronger. Kind of yes, but through the souls, not through the dead. No, I want to change. This is bad. This is very bad. So I want to say that the souls go there, right? The souls go there, but sometimes also the bodies. It's a plane between life and death. It's a plane between life and death, holding more mysteries, holding many mysteries still to be discovered. That is what I want to say. I like the fact that every time a creature dies, it grows stronger somehow, but through magic. Through magic. The Death Realm is a plane between life and death, and the source of much of the Darkwave powers. The souls of the dead pass into it. Two at times, body may cross its threshold as well. Much remains unknown, even after a century of study. Realms still hold mysteries that no mage has fully uncovered. I really like this. Every time a creature dies, it grows stronger. I think it's probably enough. Yeah, that's probably enough. That's enough, boys. That's enough. We don't have to make a poem just in a single answer, right? Okay, so I added this. I added these answers to Evelyn, so the next time she. I don't know if I, but I don't think so. Let me try, but I don't think if I. Reload is reloading already the new KA that she doesn't have. Well, maybe yes. I don't know. Let me try. No. We need to restart. Unfortunately. Yeah, we need to restart the server for that to take place. So. Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. She will have it. She will have it. Okay, so the player will be redirected here. I think it's an optional step. I don't think will be required, right? I think will be an optional step. Okay, good. So the player option asks for the through that and what it means. She will answer to seek Evelyn. For answers as she's not knowledgeable about it. Knowledge. This word is insane. Knowledgeable about this topic. Okay. So you go to the book, you read the book, you learn about the plug. You may also ask her about the plug again, right? So about the plug, and she will say it was devastation for nearly a year, and the life of Ojavera became very hard in that time. Then the player will ask about. I think we need now to connect to the real story, right? We need to connect to the real story. How do we connect to the real story? Because here we have a number of branches, right? So we have the branch of Geraldine, right? We have the branch of Geraldine. We have the branch of Kenny Lear. And we have the branch of the Crazy Wizard, right? So we have at least 3 branches of the story. And we need to think at this point which piece we want to share, right? One idea I had was that there will be multiple places to learn more about a story, and that would be or through people or through other books scattered around, right? The problem is that I don't know if I have that already. Arena. The big problem here is how do we introduce a story that in theory is very, very famous, right, in pieces? So, or we cover the whole story very shallow early on, and then we go into the details. Yeah, that's probably the only way. Because I cannot really split it. I mean, if you ask... yeah, so... Okay, so who do we... So we go to Aviad now? We go to this other guy in the arena? I think so. Is this guy part of the guild or not? Is this guy part? Yes. Oh wow, 100. Okay, this guy is part of it, so definitely we should go there. Yeah, we should go there 100%. We should go there 100%. Okay, so... So the player asks what the War Smiters the guild did to solve or to contribute to the plague extinction removal. I don't know how to say. She answers that the best person that she answered that the name of this guy. So this is the first time the name of this guy comes out. He was a human. Yeah, they were two humans. Geraldine and Kellinir were two humans. An alien from Idla. Became a hero. And became a hero while became a hero first in the arena and then for the walled city. If the player wants to learn more, he should speak with Avead, this guy, right? Addio Giovedarina. Okay, so the player goes to this guy, right? Now this guy's a bit of a funny guy, so we can, I think, leverage him a bit. This guy. And I think that what we should say, who was teleported? What we should do. Let me think about it, huh? Let me think about it. Let me see. We have a lot of text, right? That was created for Avead. In the other quest chains, right? And maybe we can reuse some of it. Yeah, like here, right? Like here there was a lot on him. The problem is that they were like random errands, right? And I don't know if you really want to put them in this quest, but maybe the answer is yes. Yeah, I think I like this thing. I think he should challenge you before helping you, right? So he should challenge you a bit on your I'm thinking we should put a requirement of a certain level of skills. Otherwise, it doesn't even speak with you, right? Which is a bit annoying because it means that the quest will basically stop there until you reach the proper rank, right? But I think it's not a bad idea. We can do quest requirements by skill, right? For sure, right? I think it's a good idea, no? So my idea would be, yes. My idea would be this, that you go to him, but it doesn't really consider you worth enough, right? Until you reach a certain level in mace and weapon, in mace and hammers, right? Is it one skill or is it two skills? No, it's one skill, mace and hammer, yeah. In theory, this we said it includes also melee, but I don't know if I can. Yeah, we can do an or, right? We can do an or. So it's one or the other. I think we have to yeah, but I think it's a good idea. How much it should be? I think we can stay low. I mean, I don't want to go like 100, right? I think it would be like 20 or so. I think we can have a 20 rank. But I like these dialogues. I think we will reuse these dialogues, right? Is not very convinced about your skills and wants to test it before. Well, let's say that he can give you some information, right? I mean, it doesn't have to say like nothing, right? But the more detailed stuff, it will tell you only if you are worth, right? So the player goes to Aviad. About the war Smiters, right? And Kenny Lee or whatever is the name. Yeah. So yeah. He answers praising Kelinir greatly with yes, in all possible ways. Saying is he was a pillar for the growth of their martial arts. Well, martial meaning not meaning kung fu, right? But meaning martial. We can say martial. Can you say martial art also for stuff that is not kung fu? I mean, like the usage of the morning star, right? That's a martial weapon. So can we say martial? Sorry, martial knowledge, martial. I will keep it martial arts. Martial expertise. Martial. I don't know. The AI will invent something. Probably go to the martial expertise and make them renown. Make them renown. Yeah, you may ask more about this guy. I think what he should say that he found. He mentions Kelinir found the source of the plague, and allowed the wizards of the city to study to study it and find a cure, right? And find a cure. But then it will also say that, so then the player starts to be more inquiring more, right? But here Aviad becomes a bit annoyed and questions if the player is worth all this information, right? The player is worth all this information, and I think he may ask. I think he may act in two ways. One, asking him some. Yes. So he will question the player on two axes. One is knowledge of the his knowledge of Kennelir history, at least the basics, right? At least the basics. Asking some questions. Example, who was the and I don't know if we can have a free text. Yes, we will have a free text. Who was the lover of him, which is Geraldine, right? So the player, I think the player can find this information in another book. The only problem is, where do we place this book, right? Where do we place the other book? Because this city doesn't have a lot of places, right? It doesn't have a lot of places where you can have books, right? This city does not have a lot of places. Well, I remember, yes, like nunchaku, a lot of other weapons, they are martial art, the Japanese bow and the horse. Yeah, but if you have a long sword, right, which has nothing to do with, it's still a martial weapon, right? So, I mean, it's a martial item, I don't know what to say. Should we create a library here somewhere or not? I think I would like to populate, you know, this places, these houses with something. At the moment, they feel so empty, right? And mainly this main house here that we have, which is fairly big. If you remember, we built it together. This house here, right? The problem is that this house is completely empty and also very, very dark due to the freaking problem that we have everywhere of things being super dark, right? Now this doesn't make any difference. What it makes a difference is this guy. If I the problem is what happens outside, right? Because outside so it doesn't really adapt in any way, this thing. He adapts only. Is it because I disabled the adaptation or what? And anyway, that's a problem for another day. I mean, I would like to have, right? I would like to have some places here in the city where you can find these books, right? And I would like to scatter them around so that you have a bit of a quest just searching them. Now the city is not huge, so I think it's fairly easy. Like here, for example, is a kind of a shop-like thingy. Wow, the darkness here. Yeah, this is another place where probably the setting of minimum brightness should help or not. Nah, it's such a... such a pain. So to have some places here, can be some tents, right? Can be some houses. Yeah, you can go with a torch, by the way, if you really want, right? Oh wow, you can go up here. I know, I didn't remember this. And it's a bit hard to go up because it's very cramped, but you can actually go up. Interesting. Now the question is if some of those books, right, could be in Idlado. I mean, in the main city, right? Because in theory, Geraldine is an ancestor of Iragdun, right? Do we have Geraldine? Yeah. So yeah, I think you will have to go to Idla to discover the other side of the story, right? You will have to go to Idla to discover the other side of the story, and that would be pretty cool, right? And maybe we can have one hint in that book. Now I don't want to make it too hard, right? I don't want to make it too hard, but I think he may ask you questions about the background history and the second axis is combat, and here is testing the player skills, right? So we check the rank, right? The rank in Mason Hammer. Yeah, we check the rank in Mason Hammer. Now, for the information on the book, right? Who can give you this information? I think the player will immediately go or to the arena or to JOs, right? Because obviously, I mean, if you need to find historical information about something, it must be JOs, right? I mean, it's the only library, unless we create another library. Do you think it would make sense for Rojaveda to have a library or not? I think it sounds a bit weird to me. I mean, even if they have, I mean, I think they mostly transfer knowledge through oral traditions, right? I don't think that they transfer knowledge a lot with books. It's just the way they live, right? And they yeah. So I think the majority. So I think we need a second book. I need to understand how to split this. I think it can be like 3 questions, right? Can be like 3 questions. Let's think about the questions, and then we will think where to find information. So the question could be, so the first question is, who was the wife of? They married at the end, right? I think at the end they married. Did they marry or not? Yes, did they marry? Yeah, they married. So, who was the wife of Kenny Lear, right? And the answer is Geraldine, but obviously you don't know until you find the book or you ask someone or whatever, right? That is a very easy question because I think that pretty much anyone will know the answer in the city. Now, I think if you go around and ask, I don't know if we can even put it in a base, in a Nojaveda, because we have a Nojaveda. The problem is that if you put it in the Nojaveda knowledge area, then also this NPC will answer, and that is kind of annoying.
Sincere congratulations.
Congratulations. For what? For what, Trevor? By the way, Trevor, do you have an idea when GTA 6 is coming out? If you're still crazy as you were in GTA 5, or if you are toning it down a bit? Just to know. Just to know if you are toning it down a bit, Trevor. The problem is that she's so famous, right? She's so famous that it would be impossible that no one in the city knows about it, right? So if the question is just who is the wife, basically everyone should know it. And having you go to search a book, right? For that, I think it makes no sense, right? Makes no sense. So what can be the questions, right? What can be the questions? That's a good point. I have no idea. Let me leverage more our nice friend AI on this. And because I have the whole story here, right? And I want to say, I don't have this. No, I don't have this. It's a new discussion. Okay, it's a new discussion. It's a new discussion. So So I want Aviad to ask 3 questions. 3 questions of increasing difficulty or not. 3 questions. Yeah, the difficulty that requires the player to find this information in books or from other people, right? The information should not be too easy, otherwise you can just ask any person, right? And we don't want that. The story, the background story is attached. The background story is attached. Let me see if the AI has a better idea. I mean, it will probably go for the years, right? Saying what was the year in which, but I don't know if that's a great idea. They are for marrying? No, they are what? For marrying? Yeah, what? Ah, the thing? Okay. Yeah. Well, you can also have a little miscalculation for the marrying. Just a little. I just married that girl. Just a little miscalculation. No? The strongest test is not who is Kellenir, but a progression from public legend to detail preserved only with written accounts of special testimony. I'm sharp in a scheme to another personal model because of no. These 3 questions should work well because the more no. Okay, fine. Recommended information trail. The player should not be able to pass by asking a random Javedia citizen. A practical distribution would be the trail followed by Kellenir, a book about a plague investigation or an old arena veteran who started killing deeds. The nature of the 2 Quildrake variants. The bestiary, a mage, or the second historical volume. The Kellenir private reason for risking his life. Yeah, exactly. I think this last one is kind of good. Is what I was thinking actually. By the way, the answer should be right. The answer should be a single word because the player will. No, the answer. Wait. The answers should be a single or maximum 2 words, as the player will type, not just click on an option. Understand? That's very important, huh? Just a little miscalculation. Clearly found traces by the creature in the desert. One was what was the other? Scorch marks. You have read more the first page of a tale. The crystal quill deflect magic. What kind of arm did the Quildrek resist? I don't like these questions. I think the only question that I like is this one. I think it should you should be a bit blunt, right, in this thing. It should be blunt and not very open, but this is just a test, and it will reveal that later to the player, right? So it can be annoying to the point to be annoying, right? So the first question is, why he risked his life to save Ojavera, right? Why he risked his life to save Ojavera? And the answer is Geraldine, right? And maybe we can put it in the book, right? So okay, now I need two books. One from the point of view, one for the point of view, well, books, let's say. Not books, I mean books meaning maximum, how long is a book? I don't know, 1,500 characters, I don't know, how much is a book? How much is a book? I don't know. I mean, something like this, how much is it? 1,672. 1,672. No, that's not long enough, I think. I think it should be longer. Let me see a book that we feel is long enough. I mean, it's long enough, but not too long, because if it becomes too long, people are not gonna read it, right? So it should be reasonable. It should be very reasonable. So, for example, this one is kind of a short one, but not super short. So how much is this? This is, wow, 3,600. There is 3,600. This book seems to be fairly long to me. This book seems to be very long. Well, kind of long to me. It's like double. It's 6,300, right? The 6 falsehoods. Let me see how long it is in game. No, did we crash or what? Fuck. We crashed? Or it just disconnects? Maybe we just disconnect. I don't know. No, we crashed. We crashed, my boys. Oh! Server crashed. What happened? We don't know. We don't know. There is no record. The back trace is the stack trace is empty. Corrupted memory, GG. Corrupted memory, GG. Alright, let me see how many pages is this book. This is fairly long to me, but... So it's 1, 2, 3, 4... Ah, there is the number at the bottom. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of the maximum, I think. So... That is kind of the maximum, really. So I would say between... so around maybe 4,000, well, maybe around 5,000. Explaining what? So the book should start from the beginning. So the book should be written by her, right? It should be like her book. Explaining the... I don't know where I want to start. Should we start from the... From the travel to... Well... I think the AI can do it. Because anyway, it's all explained here. It's just reading this text, you know? So... It just... I mean, it just has to translate this text into something that is... So I need one book from the point of view of Geraldine written by her, explaining the love, how she met Kelinir, the fall in love, the travel to Ojaveda, the plague, well, the sickness. I don't know if we want to arrive to the end of the story with the book of that she has, but probably yes. From her point of view, I think we can arrive to the end. Yes. Yes. Until the end. Yes. Maybe just before being elected an Octarch. I think that may be a discovery that you do later on. Or not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we can have everything there. Travel to Javera, the sickness, the resolution, whatever, being saved. Her father, and becoming an Octarch, right? It should have some, you know, some revealing. So you know when maybe you reveal a piece only at the end, right? So you should have. So what should we reveal? I should reveal only at the end. She's now an Octarch. I should reveal only at the end. She's now an Octarch. showing the story from the perspective of a fragile, you know, of a fragile. Well, it was not a fragile girl, because for sure, if it was an Octarch material, you know, she was not fragile at all. But maybe, you know, to say, for more from the human being point of view than from the government body point, the government, right? Human feelings and weaknesses, then revealing her strength, her power as Octarch at the end. Okay, let's see what he creates. We can modify it. I mean, this job, guys, is a long work. It's a long work, but I like it. It's fun. It's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun thing. So we have a new version of the Death Realm to check, because the artist, the commission completed. I will give him more money than what I gave him, because I think that he worked like double of what I was expecting. He worked double, mostly because he was not really knowledgeable, but I think he did it in a very good way. So I cannot go too long tonight, though. Adapt beyond measure, written in the first person. What do you mean, written in the first person? There are stories that grow simpler each time they are told. No, I already don't like the style. What do you mean? A hero rises his weapon, a monster falls, the city is saved, the listener cheers because of... No. Shit. I really don't like this introduction, it's super bad. I mean, I understand why he's saying this, right? Because he basically wants to say that this story was you know, more complex than a simple story. But I really don't like this first part. I mean, I really dislike it. Is too obvious, and I don't know, it's too simple, it's too... doesn't... I have delayed writing this account for many years. At first the memories were too painful to revisit. Later they became difficult to separate from the story the others told in my presence, often with great confidence and very little understanding. Slightly better. I do not object the praise Kenny received here more than I could ever record here, but I remember events that no song would preserve. The pause of his speech when... Which, I mean, it doesn't really make any sense, right? Because if she became the wife of the man that she loved, plus she became Octarch, right? Why is painful, right? I mean, I understand that I think the point is that she delayed in writing the details of the first part of the story, right? Not of the later piece. So I like this, but I really don't like this. And also I don't like this. I think she's giving out too much, right? I think this first paragraph is good. I think we can leave with this paragraph. Yeah, I think this paragraph is good. But we will remove this because it's not good. Okay, so let's try to dissection this thing. Dissection? No, dissect. How do you say? So this will be, I mean, the title is pretty bad. Let's work a bit on the title. Let's work a bit on the title, because the title should I mean, it can just be memories, you know, can be like memories of something, right? Or I don't want to say memory of an octarch, because before the fever is not bad. The water beneath Ojaveda, absolutely not. What the desert took from me, what the desert took, what the desert took and gave me. I think what the desert took and gave me cannot be bad. It's not bad. The man I almost lost. The man I almost lost is not bad. I think the man I almost lost, I think that I kinda like it. Hello, mala sorte pirate. Are you Italian? Or you're only pirate? I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? I think we will call it The Man I Almost Lost. The day of my weakness, what remained after the fever, the weight of survival, a life that was given back, under an unforgiving sun, where the well runs deep, the bitter water, a city beneath the sun. Nah. The shape of a promise. Nah. The distance between the two arenas. Nah. Okay, I think it should be called The Man I Almost Lost. I like this title. So it will be The Man I Almost Lost by Geraldine. If we put the last name, everyone will know immediately. No, because you don't know the story of our game, huh? Because you don't know the story of our game. Because you don't study enough. By Geraldine Saricarios, and the year will be... The year will be what? 670? When did she die? Do we know when she died? Geraldine. The daughter of the monster Geraldine was elected as a new octarch, 664. 703. The child of Geraldine was elected as new octarch. We don't know, but for sure she was alive until this date. We don't know, actually. The story doesn't say. So So she's actually the grandmother of Iragdun. She's the grandmother. Yeah, because it's nearly 100 years before, so I think it makes sense. Okay. So the book will be written around. Do you think it should be written when the child is born, or no? She would be too busy. So before that. So let's say 701. 2 years before the new child, and oh wow, 40 years after the end of the problem. Nah, 40 years is too much. No. No, sorry, it's not born here. Is elected Octarch, so he would be born probably in 680. So let's do 675 after Iliacum, okay? Those malas, yeah, absolutely yes. Mala sorte is basically jinx, no? In English, I don't know how to translate. I mean, it's yeah, absolutely it does. Absolutely, is the bad omen. Yeah, it's bad omen. I would translate it as a bad omen. Bad omen in Italian. Let's see if he translates as mala sorte. No, but close. Mala sorte. He's translating it as bad luck, right? But it is a bit more than bad luck, because it's not just luck. Luck is something very trivial, very immediate, very you know, like a slot machine, while sorte, because it's mala sorte, right? Mala sorte, these are two separate words, right? And mala is basically bad. I would say is 1-to-1 to bad. But sorte is definitely not luck, right? It's more destiny, or in a more let me translate only sort. Yeah, fate. Yeah, it's like yeah, probably bad fate. Bad fate is good. I would translate it as bad fate. Now you want to change your nick. Now you want to change your nick immediately. But you know, it can be a pirate that has bad fate in theory, but then in practice he fights against it. And so at the end he has a good fate, but he has to fight against a lot of bad fate coming his way, right? No, I've not seen the movie. Now you have an Italian explanation of the meaning. So the most comprehensive explanation you can get. I have delayed. Okay, so 675. I have delayed to write this account for many years. At first, the memories were too painful to revisit. Later, they became difficult to separate from the story told my present, often with great confidence, very little understanding. So she's a bit bitter here, but it's fine because his father was a dick. So I think it's fine that she's a bit bitter on it. Okay. Oh wow, this text is long, bro. I first saw Kelinir Jamoren in the Arena of Isle. I had attended many games before then, as it was expected of the daughter of my family. I knew how to smile when the father saluted the crowd. It's too plain. It's not written with any passion, this thing. No, I don't like it. It's shit. When we finally spoke, I discovered it was less certain away from the arena. we finally spoke, I discovered he was less certain away from. When we finally spoke, I discovered he was less certain away from the arena. I cannot translate this. I discovered he was less certain. Was less certain away from the arena. What does it mean? Is it common saying in English that I cannot translate or what? Ah, sicuro di sé? Ah, no. He was less certain, okay, away from the arena. Ah, okay, certain meaning... Okay. Self-confident of... Okay. I don't know, if it didn't flow well, I couldn't translate it in my brain. Mauvais sort. Yeah, exactly. In French, it's like a spell of a witch. Yes, exactly. A bad spell. Yes. Exactly. I didn't know it has such a deep meaning. It has a deep meaning because it's also a bit of an ancient, bit of an ancient word, right? Sorte. That is why I was saying omen, right? I was saying omen because omen is a bit of a... Omen is also a bit of an old-fashioned word, I guess, no? And I think the sorte in Italian is kind of the same, so it has a bit of a magical feeling to it. Okay, where I was here. I began to fare to more often. When I finally spoke, I discovered he was certain less from the arena. He stumbled over polite words, he laughed too loudly when nervous, he like... Why? I mean, this is freaking Kenan here. I mean, it cannot be like this. I like him more for the weakness than any victory. My father did not. Okay, let's work a bit on this because... okay, now... Let's work on this part. I like the fact she managed to like some of his weaknesses, but should not be. But okay, two problems here. One, the text has no passion, no emotion, no female warmth. Two, and it should be. And he should have. Second, I like the fact that she managed to like some of his weaknesses, but I mean, this is still our hero, right? So we can present it, but we can present it in a bit of a funny way, in a bit of a, you know? In the arena. So the reveal of those weaknesses. So first of all, the weaknesses can be emotional weaknesses and not physical, not whatever she said, right? No, stop. I didn't paste the piece. Ah, yes. He has a mauvais sort on his head. I like you mix French and English, Ulla. You are the master of the languages these days, huh? You also speak a bit of Italian, I know. You can say prosciutto very easily. I have to go soon though, otherwise I will not finish the stuff I have to do for tonight. I first saw Kerenir Jamora in the Arena Villa. I had attended many games many times before. I was expected of a daughter of my family. as was expected of a daughter of my family. What the fuck does it mean? I knew the riddles well. The murmur of anticipation before the gates opened, the sudden roar of the crowd, and practice smile exchanged among the seats behind me. Yes, this is good. I had learned when to applaud and when to avert my eyes from the blood darkening the sand. The blood darkening the sand. Yeah, I think this is good, actually. Okay, this is good. Okay, this piece, if we section it a bit, we remove this first thing, which is horrible. But if we take only this, I think it's good. I think this part is good. But when Kennedy entered the arena, I found that I could not look away. Okay, that's very nice. Like that. He carried his strength without needing to display it. There was no hesitation in him once the fight began. He moved with a certainty that seems almost effortless, as his weapon in his hand had become an extension of his will. The crowd loved him for his victory louder than the last. Not bad. Not bad. I would be dishonest if I claimed that his courage was the only thing I noticed. He was handsome, and the sight of him stirred something in me that I had exchanged a single word with him. I was young enough to blush at that feeling and proud enough to pretend I had not. I mean, yes and no. I mean, this part is kind of good, but is failing a bit on the first part. So on this piece, I like the second phrase, but the first one is not the last phrase. But the first and second is a bit too obvious, right? Yeah, we are sectioning a bit these things, boys. By the way, guys, thank you for joining the stream. Hello, hello. We are working on our game. This is one of the characters of our games. Yeah, it looks weird, but our game looks weird in general. And is an MMO. Is actually released. It was being released a long time ago. We are just improving it because it's a kind of a hobby of mine. So here you have all your stats and weapon skills and all the different abilities, and yeah. You have a lot of achievements that you can get in the game. I didn't do any because there is a dummy character. You have quests, you have fighting, you have spells, you have pets, you have inventory, weapons, items, whatever. Yeah. So if you want to play it, you know, you can. And if you want to help me to make it, which would be even better, you can. Modest invention can imply attraction without stating it directly. There were details I try not to notice. The easy confidence with his movement, the way the sunlight came upon his shoulder when he turned over the crowd, a brief smile escaped him after a difficult victory. I told myself I admired his courage. It was a common explanation, and for a while I must have believed that yet my eyes followed him more often than courage alone could justify. This one is a bit better. This one I like it. This one I like it. I told myself that I admired only his courage. It was a convenient explanation, and for a while I almost believed it. Yet my eyes followed him more often than the courage could not justify. I was young enough to blush at that feeling and proud enough to pretend I had not. Pretty good. I like that. I like that. Then after this, I like that. 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 I like Yet it was not his strength that made me return to the arena. Okay. After one of his victories, opponent fell heavily upon the sand. The crowd called for Kennedy to raise his weapon and accept the praise. Instead, he lowered it and kneeled beside the man he had defeated and offered him his hand. It was a small gesture. Well, I don't know, a small gesture, I don't know. Perhaps nobody else remembered the following morning. I did. After that day, I began to discover an embarrassing number of reasons to attend the games. I don't know. What do you think of this part, guys? I think we can cut it here. I mean, I think we can. I think we can cut this part completely. When we finally spoke, I found the man outside the arena was gentler than the one I watched fighting beneath the sun. I did not boast his victory. In truth, praised seemed to trouble him more than any opponent ever had. When I complimented him, he would never, would only laugh for a moment as to he had no idea where the place for word. Nah, I don't like it. I mean, I kind of like it, but it's a bit, you know, obvious again, right? So it's very plain. It's very, there is no idea behind this. There is no spark of anything behind this. What can be the reason that he really liked it? I think the reason that he really liked it is because he didn't knew who she was. Or anyway, what? Yeah, exactly. Okay, exactly. So, okay, let's do this. Okay, at the moment, okay. I have this. I have approved this. The next paragraph is her chuckling on the fact he never knew he was so into the arena not to see anything outside and know who she was, and so she presented herself as what? As just a common baker? I don't know, just as a common folk, and so she never revealed, I mean, at that point, right? The fact she was that he was so into the arena not to see anything outside and know who she was, and so she used that, and so she was in a position. She was in a different position than usual, where she could be only herself, right? Okay, something like that. Something like that. Oh, Dota music. Dota music. Bam, 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 bam. I still smile when I remember how entirely unaware he was of everything beyond the arena walls. He knew the names of the fighter, the balance of the weapon, the smallest change in the sand. When he first... It's too long, though. These things are too long. We need to... I think we are giving out too much here, and it is too long. No, the second one is I confess that I found his ignorance charming. Is probably... I like the first version more, but we are giving out too much. She should hint the reader that she has a position, but not blatantly speak about it. Speak about, you know, all the, like she says, people choosing their words carefully, my presence. I mean, that's a bit too much, right? Also, I think we should compress it a bit, because otherwise we never finish, right? Bum bum. By the way, guys, if you want to click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that's always a good idea. Also, if by any chance you have a Prime subscription available and you don't know who to give it, why not? I still smile when I remember how unaware he was of everything beyond the arena walls. He knew the names of the fighter, the balance of the weapon, the smallest change in the sand, yet when he first spoke, he had no idea who I was. I was not accustomed to that, and for once I could simply be myself, and I found the feeling unexpectedly bright. Yeah, I like this is good. Yeah, I like this is good. I mean, it's a bit too long on the sand of the arena, but... I still smile when I remember where he was. I remember the fighter, the balance of the weapon. A small exchange of the sentiment. No, I mean this is not reasonable. The names of the fighter, the balance of the weapons. All his techniques. Yet when we first spoke, an idea who I was. I was not accustomed to that, and for once I could simply be myself, and I found the feeling especially precious. Okay. Okay, it's better. After that day, I began to discover an embarrassing number of reasons to attend the games. I think I like this phrase. When we finally spoke, I found that the man outside the arena was gentle. Nah, this part I don't know. Nah, this part is not. It was not skill. I consider what he felt. When he was speaking, across his face because of the strain with something weighed upon. Nah, this shit. He wanted to say the stand before I'm upon. Nah. Okay, I have this, and now we should reconnect. Okay, I have this. I have this approved, right? So don't change it. Now we need the connection with what you wrote before, starting with my father did not. Let's go AI, you can do it. You can make me a perfectly good English writer. Easy. Oh my god, it's already 8. I have to go soon, guys. Well, I have to go at 8, I would say. Because I have to finish the stuff that I have to prepare for tonight, and I also have to have dinner meanwhile. I think I need at least half an hour or more. In time, those exclusives became a necessity, creating I found moments to speak beyond the noise of the arena. At first, I was were brief and almost accidental. They became part of each day I anticipated the most. Bah, this one is a bit shallow, but okay. He was never as comfortable with words as he was with a weapon. When something mattered deep to him, he felt silent. Nah, it's too long. It's too long. It's too long. It's too long. Okay, let's keep this because it's not bad. So in time, the scooter became an eccentric, and I found moment to speak beyond the noise of the arena. He was never comfortable with words, he was with weapons, but there was kindness in him, and since they are rarely encountered. Okay, so I'm trying to cut it off a bit, otherwise it becomes a poem. I loved him for that. Okay. I loved him for that. I loved him before either of us found the courage to say it aloud. Very good. My father did not. I mean, obviously there is always a father in between, right? That is breaking your balls and your plans. Oh wow, we are immediately saying who is it? Okay. The monster Sanikaz was not cruel. I must write it plainly, even now. He loved me, but his love carried the weight of an ancestry, reputation, and duty. Kelinir had talent, courage, and little else. No estate, no title, no family name, because strengthen your own. Yeah, exactly. Fantastic. This phrase is perfect. Perfect. My father told me that affection was poor foundation for a life. My father told me that affection? Nah, not that much. I mean, I understand, but it's a bit too much. Nah. I mean, the silence remains one of my regrets. It's not bad. I told him nothing in reply is very good, but this one is pretty bad. On this part, I want an alternative for the first phrase. I think the father was. No, I think we can delete it. I think we can just go. I think we can just go like this, right? Yes, no estate, no title, no family name, right? I told him nothing in reply. That silence remains one of my regrets, right? Exactly. Nice. So we saw a bit of a, you know, there is an emerging character here. Very nice. This gift can have emotional weakness. The still sweet heroic gladiator is brave and exactly. Okay, after that, where are we? After that... When I learned that Kenlir would fight in Ojaveda, I arranged a journey eastward. So officially I traveled to strengthen relations with the Enkidu clans. It was not entirely a lie, but diplomacy was not the reason I encountered the hour of our arrival. Yeah, this is very good. Exactly what is in the story. Exactly what is in the story, my boys. I wanted to see him more than one. I wanted to see him once more. Bah, this is unnecessary. Ojaveda seems bright beneath the desert sun. Its streets were crowded. It's well busy. Its people generous to a visitor. I drank the water they offered without hesitation. Ay, 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 ay. And here is where the plug began, huh? And here is where everything went to shit. I think I drank the water is a bit too explicit though, right? I mean, okay, but... Ojaveda seen beneath the... No, because the pollution is then in the water. The whole story revolves around, you know, the water being magically polluted or whatever. Ojaveda seemed bright beneath the desert sun. What do you mean seemed bright? It is bright. What do you mean by seemed? It is bright. There's nothing more bright than a city made of adobe material or sandstone material in the desert with the sun. So, nothing brighter. It's wells busy? Nah, this part is shit. This part is shit. Okay, okay, we restart. Okay, we continue from this part. This I like and stays. So the next about the water is a bit too much, right? Is a so direct reference to the polluted water that sounds wrong, right? So she should just say the busy streets, you know, the busy streets, the sun. I mean, she should describe, you know, the vivid picture of different, I don't know if I'm going to say animal, but different animal city, of a different colorful, bustling. Do you say bustling in English? Probably. Crowded, different colorful, bustling, crowded city where they with deep traditions, she ate and drank their specialties. I don't know. Make it good, my boy. Make it good. I give you the direction and you write good English, okay? That is the idea. So in reality, I do all the work. The real work, right? You do the other work. It's too long, bro. Ah, no, because this is the same phrase. Okay, okay. Ojaveda was unlike Adla in almost every way. Streets seem to move with a life of their own. Merchant calling the crowded stall, children sleeping. It's too long, 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 it's too long. It's too long. It's too long, it's too long, it's too long, it's too long. So make this part off. It's nice, but it's too long. I mean, just give the basic concept, right? Like sun, colors. Just give the freaking basic thing. Ojaveda was unlike Isla in most every way. Street overflowed with merchant, bright fabrics. Oh, finally. Unfamiliar spices, yes. And voices rising from every corner, yes. His tradition were present in every gesture, yes. Our house urged me to stay dish after dish and pour drinks I could not name, accepted all of it with curiosity and perhaps more interest than no, okay. And pour drinks I could not name. Okay, this part is fantastic. Okay, guys, unfortunately I have to go. There is no way. I have to go because I have to think a bunch of stuff. But I think it was good. We outlined part of the quest. We are starting to write this book. It takes time, right? It takes time to do this work. It takes time, but it's fun. Is creative. Is interesting. I like it. Also, with the AI, is so much simpler for me because I can just give the idea and the AI writes proper English. I don't have to go crazy, right? Translating my brain Italian to English and it comes out, you know, the way it comes out. But yep, that was good. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow afternoon around 4 p.m. Usually on Sunday I'm a bit more on time. And if you want to click follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that would be fantastic. Also remember that our game is released and is completely free just because we are crazy. And you can download it from our website. And that's it. Have a good evening. Bye.